Hello, my goblins, and welcome to the second of our one-shots, brought to you in part by me, in part by the awesome people at AdventuresAwaitStudios.com. They have a crap ton of amazing one-shots, and if you enjoyed any of this that's coming up in the next 6 or so episodes, each about an hour long, trust me, you're going to love what they have. They have a book that's coming out. You can go ahead and pre-order it now. It is absolutely fantastic. 40 adventures. And if you're online, you can get them set up in about 2, maybe 3 hours, even if you're slow. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm not the best at it, and I got it all set up real nice, real pretty, and the adventures are just absolutely kick-ass, varying in a bunch of different levels. So, without further ado, enjoy the adventure, The Mines of Khazakahn from Adventures Await Studios. That... And we do a quick hello and welcome, my goblins, to the second one-shot for you folks, which is going to be a 5th edition adventure. It's called The Mines of Khazakahn by Adventures Await Studios. I've been getting it wrong the entire time by saying Adventure Awaits. No, it's Adventures Await Studios. A bunch of fantastic folks who do a lot of really, really good work. And just a reminder that anyone who's actually currently in the one-shot should not be watching my stream, because you will get spoiled out the ass for a bunch of different stuff. So,
fine, I'll close it.
Thank you. I just have to go and find the... There we go.
If you need a mod, I won't be able to do it.
That's fair. So what we have going on so far is you guys were... we'll say hooked into doing this because the mayor of Arkenfield, who's a good friend of yours from the past, not recently, but in the past, has requested your aid because it seems as if Arkenfield is going to starve over the winter if they don't figure what's going on. Now, his name is Reginald Valmark, and you know him very kind of slightly off to the side. It's not someone you know very well. You do know that he has a habit of wearing really fancy suits. Considering he is the mayor of a town, he always overdoes it a little bit. So yeah. So as you folks kind of come into town with a bit of flash and flare, you realize it's actually market day because a caravan has come to town recently and they're actually setting up to sell stuff. So it is market day in the town of Arkenfield, which is near the border of the Greenwood. Townsfolk mill about, going around their daily routines. The market square is packed and a merchant caravan has set up shop for the day. Despite this, there's an air of kind of unease about the folks around. Recently, the outlying farms have had issues with livestock going missing. It's also caused an untimely hardship for Arkenfield and its people, so much so that the mayor has offered a substantial reward for anyone who can rectify the situation. So, most of the time, just doing based on what you've seen of Arkenfield and the surrounding area, most of the townspeople are actually at market day. And there are a few kind of people that float around that seem to be more chatty or talkative than the others. So what do you guys want to do? You have an entire market day field ahead of you.
Well, clearly the most important thing is finding the tavern first.
All right, so you guys, if you want to, you can head towards the tavern.
Question: do they got food out in like a eatery or outside or something?
Yeah, there are. Like I said, there's a bunch of market stalls. There's fresh food being served almost constantly. There's ale outside. A lot of these are like materials, so silks and linens and stuff like that are being sold. You have different kinds of food produce that are being sold, as well as animals for slaughter kind of thing. It's a rather large market, so think of it as more of like an entire, almost like a fair without the rides.
Cool. Well, we're gonna go on a booze testing trip.
Well, I'm riding my warhorse, so I guess let's just say I'll be looking for anything that kind of seems not like the typical things, like very unusual things, I guess I'll look for.
Okay.
Through the marketplace.
All right, so Zelhar, I will get you to make a perception check, just looking around.
First roll of the night. Perception. Shut up, phone.
So taking a look
I see.
around, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. It does seem that, like I said before, a few people have that sense of unease, not just celebration that they can actually spend their hard-earned money at a place that they'll get really good stuff at, but that sense of faint unease underlying everything.
Okay.
And then, Soleil, you wanted to go on a booze testing kind of thing. There's booze that range of like all kinds of various ranges. You have your 2 copper ale, you have your 100 gold frost wine, and everything kind of in the middle. Is there anything in particular you wanted to go for?
Start from lowest, move to highest.
All right, so you take a moment, you find your cheapest, shittiest setup kind of section, you toss them in the 2 coppers and immediately down a you-sized, I suppose you're not your small creature, not a tiny creature, a rather large for you pint of ale. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Beautiful. Let me just... But how horrible to... Oh, well, okay, well, whatever.
Don't forget you're not rolling with advantage, because I don't think you have advantage against poison, so you want to take advantage over to normal on your character sheet.
I don't even know where that is.
Well, that's simple enough for us to fix.
I think it. Oh, doesn't it always just roll the 2? And then you always just take the left one?
No, it should advantage toggle, which for some reason was not turned on. There you go.
There we go. Indeed.
And then I thought I went through and changed all this for you folks, but let's take a look and see. Yeah, no, I did. Okay. All right. Carrick, is there anything you wanted to do?
For the most part, I think I'm just gonna observe the market and see, if there's anything unusual or out of place.
All right, so you can go ahead and roll a perception check as well.
Hopefully better than an 8.
Okay, you do notice there are a few people who seem a little more discomforted than the rest. Of course, you spot almost immediately, you spot Mayor Reginald Valmark walking around in like a tailored 3-piece suit, just pinstripes and gorgeous. It's black chased with silver, so it's a little bit over the top for a market day. There is a halfling kind of stumbling around. Definitely looks like he's been inebriated more recently than not. He's wearing kind of raggedy clothes. There's an old gnomish farmer. You can tell he's a farmer. He has like little bits of hay still stuck to him. He's like really thick glasses, like bottle cap kind of glasses. And there's also a halfling walking around, looking cheery, but eyes just shifting every so often to take a look at everything that's around him. And finally, you notice that one of the outsiders, just from the way that he appears, you can tell he's kind of not native to this area. He's wearing these like bright colored flowy robes, and you can see that he's walking with kind of a hitch. There's a sword at his side he's not used to wearing, and he looks around uneasily as well.
I feel like we should probably talk to the guy with the sword.
Okay. Well, if you want to, you can walk up to him. You could, as you approach, he kind of looks you over, a quick once up and down. Never having seen a pink dragonborn before, he kind of rests his hand on the sword and he goes, "Hello, you look about as native to this place as I do."
Well, that's because I'm just here for a quick visit.
I see. And what sort of visit would that be?
Oh, just gonna catch up with some old friends. Thought he might have some work for us.
You're looking for work, are you?
Yes, do you have any information on anything with that?
Actually, I do. I'm looking for a ragtag group of adventurers myself. You see, a couple of nights ago, my caravan was actually robbed as we made the mountain pass between the empty lands and the greenwood. A few of the bastardly thieves actually managed to make off with some of the livestock we were supposed to sell today. a fair chunk of it too. Two very, very good pigs. But I don't know how they got in. I don't know how they got out. They just seemed to vanish into thin air. We weren't really expecting it, so we packed up quickly and left. But I may have forgotten some of my goods out there. I'd be willing to pay for it if you were willing to go retrieve it for me.
Well, that sounds like it could be a interesting opportunity for us. I'll have to check with the rest of my mates and see if that's what they want to do.
If you are interested, it's just a couple of books. They rare books, mind you. I'm willing to pay 100 gold pieces for their return. By the way, my name is Vazek.
Right.
I own the caravan itself. I lead it. That's why I don't have a stall set up at the moment. I just help. But I'm only with these. We're only in town for the week. So if you don't mind hitting me up before the end of the week, that'd be absolutely lovely.
Sounds good. We should have an answer for you soon.
I'd make sure you enjoy the roast mutton. I raised them myself. And he kind of walks off towards some of the market stalls. You can see him stop and chat with a few of the merchants, just making sure they're okay, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
All right, Belle, is there anything you want to do?
I would like to go to the bar.
To a bar or to one of the open air drinking places?
Actually, the more open, the better, please.
Okay, so you can totally just join in with Soleil and start doing a round of drinking. If you want to catch up to her, it's only going to cost you 2 copper and a Constitution saving throw.
It's good shit. It's not like piss swell either.
Ha. I will join. I will join. A Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So somehow, despite having an actual beak, Belle slams back the first one, puts it off to the side, and is ready for the next adventure. The ale, not terribly tasty, but definitely doing its job of giving you that slight bit of buzz. As you two kind of wander around a large kenku and a small ferry. Gesh, what do you want to do?
Join us.
Join us. Join us.
If you are talking, Gesh, we cannot hear you.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Hello?
That's not good.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay, cool. I just want to look for a shop that sells like spell components and stuff.
Okay, there are a fair few. You can see 2 or 3 just like at a glance that spell separate spell components and stuff. None of them selling the high-end materials, but a lot of it just basic components you'd need for a decent component pouch. Was there something you were looking for in particular?
Not really, just like a component pouch, yeah.
You're easily able to find one at a slightly inflated price, of course, because they did have to travel with it. So to get a full component pouch together, you'd be looking at around 1.5 times the regular price.
Okay, which is what total?
Give me a moment.
Okay, sorry.
For a full component pouch, you'd be looking at around 37.5 gold.
Can I try and barter to get it for 30 gold?
Absolutely. You can either just try talking to the person, or you can try rolling a persuasion check.
I'll go with persuasion. Why not?
All right. Well, see here, you big dragony lizardy fella. I can't be parting with it for any cheaper than this already. It's normally I charge, a little extra, but for you, big dragony fella, I figured a little cheaper doesn't hurt, so 37.5 it'll have to be.
I give him 40 and walk away with my tail between my legs.
Fair enough. Okay. So is there anything anyone wants to do? Just like free roam, free action, whatever you guys want to try. Do you want to go for like another round of the booze mahals?
Of course.
In case there's anyone interested in that, you're going to be spending 5 copper and making another con save.
All right, let's see how horrible I botch this. Hey.
Ha ha. I will join. Veltol will join.
All right, make that Constitution save, my dude. So you go to the second stall, and you guys get just a bit of cherry mead. Cherry's an unusual flavor for you. You've never really had it before. And Soleil just goes a little crazy, gulps down as much as she can. Already, stomach like bulging from the ale she's had before. She kind of feels a little woozy, and you are definitely drunk. You have the poisoned trait for the next hour. But Belle just like takes it, downs it, enjoys the mild cherry flavor, the sweet taste of mead and honey, and it's overall it's a great time.
Oh,
Those 5 coppers each, though. All right.
I think at this point I will have joined them in their drinking adventures.
Okay. Seeing that you guys are actually drinking, the halfling looks kind of raggedy, approaches you and goes, "Hey, don't suppose you have room for another?"
More the merrier.
Right, of course. And you can see like he's definitely bit of an alcoholic. He's like wearing raggedy clothing. You can see like as he's walking towards you, his right shoe has this massive hole in it that his big toe is kind of wiggling through. Look, you're in town and you're doing things. I know the town, so how about I tell you a story and you buy the next round, right?
By this time, Gahesh is going to join them at the bar and not drink, but watch over the party.
Okay. I think that seems like super fair, don't you? Right, new friends? Yeah.
Is this?
Can I roll insight on him?
Absolutely.
Is this when I show up?
Yeah. So the gentleman is already very drunk, and taking a quick look at him, you can tell he's obviously poor. So he's probably just trying to get a drink out of you folks while he can. But he does seem to be genuine about telling you a story.
Hey, buddy, let me fix your shoe.
What? And as you kind of like cast it at his shoe, like you touch it, and as you're touching it, starts to bend together like over his toe. He kind of pops it back and goes, "Oh, you can do magic!
Hey.
Wow! For such a tiny person, you know how to magic. Yeah."
I got lots of magic in here.
So it was 5 copper you said for one of the
meads, yeah.
For one of the meads? Alright. I'll just put down a silver piece, I'll get 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just put one kind of in front of him. And then one for my own.
Yeah, go ahead and make a con save. Okay. You drank the mead and immediately you gained the poison condition because you are a lightweight. Not used to drinking at all. It's tasty, but you start to feel that woozy, droopy kind of feeling. Like you just had way too much to drink. You're considered poisonous for the next hour.
With that +5 saving throw that got
right?
Lightweight.
We'll build up your tolerance eventually.
So he goes, okay, all right. And he takes the beer and he drinks about half it and puts it back down. Oh my god, that was good. That is good stuff. Oh right. Hi friends. My name is Tommy. Kind of waits a moment.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you, Tommy.
You
As I'm like
too.
holding on to the counter.
Yeah.
Can I tell this Tommy guy? Can I tell if I was to give him a little bit of money? Can I tell, is he going to like go out on a drunk, or is he the kind of guy who'd be responsible with it?
Based
Can I
on
tell
your
that at all?
previous
Or?
insight check, he definitely just looks like the local drunkard, so he'd probably spend it on booze.
Sounds good. I give him 5 gold.
He takes a look at like all of the money you just handed. He's like, I've never even really seen a gold coin before. Okay.
Now,
All
Spend
right.
it all in one place.
now you
No.
owe us a really good story.
All right. Okay, you guys gotta listen to this, right? So I was out having a time just a couple days ago, right? Just like a few. It's got to be like 2 or maybe 3. Definitely not 4. 3 nights ago. I was going for a walk. I don't remember why. I think I was looking for my shoe. But I was going for a walk, and I ended out on like the farm, you know, the farm, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Farm.
Yeah, the farm.
A couple of farms.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, right?
Well, there's a few farms, but like the farm, you know. Anyway.
Oh, they're the farm.
Yeah, right.
The farm.
You know what I mean. But I am good friends with the owner, Herschel. That's his name. Herschel's his name. Anyway, we were out at I was out at the farm, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop by and see my good friend Herschel. All right, okay. And
Herschel. That's his name.
yeah, that's his name, Herschel. That's his name. You got it. He gets it. He gets it. What was I saying? Oh, I was stopping by, but I didn't realize it was like so late. So like, I had another drink because I think I had some wine, and I like crawled up into his bar because I didn't want to wake him up because I'm not that kind of. I wanted to let him just sleep it off, obviously. So I took a nap in his barn, in like the hayloft, and then, but when I was just trying to fall asleep, I saw like 4 of these tiny little men. Like little, like me. No, not me. Like little bigger than, like maybe bigger than me. Like twice the 2 of me's. 2 of me's maybe. They were little, but they weren't like me little. You know?
Like wide little?
Maybe
Me little?
Like shadow
we-
dudes. It's good.
Like we stand like our party, which of various different sizes, and be like, okay, which size?
Like none of them.
Oh,
All right, but there was also a giant rock man, like big, all made of rocks, because he was a rock man. And I saw them like take some of Herschel's sheep. Like, they didn't even ask. I didn't know him, but like maybe Herschel had new friends, and that's why we haven't been hanging out. But like they just took his sheep, and I tried to go after him, but I kind of fell asleep. Yeah. But there are little men and a big rock guy out there. Yeah. That's my story. It's a good story. Yeah.
I'm
Kinda
sorry, I
finishes
think
more of his
Hershey
drink.
abandoned you.
He starts drinking more.
all right.
It's
I'll
Herschel.
join them at the bar too.
Okay.
Herschel. His name is Herschel.
Yeah. This dude, this bird dude gets it. Hi, bird dude. All right.
All right.
So that aside, he does sit with you for a little while longer, and he just keeps ordering more and more booze. After about the third cup, he's kind of like half head on the table, nodding off.
Huh.
Did you say the rest of his clothes were all mended, ragged, and broken and crap?
Yeah, they're raggedy clothing, yeah.
While he's sleeping.
Start
She's
mending
gonna giggle to
everything.
herself and mend all his clothes. and then, he's gonna smell like lavender.
Excellent usage. All right, I approve.
Beautiful.
She's gonna
Absolutely.
giggle off into a
beautiful.
random direction, and yeah.
Okay, if you guys are
Alright.
wanting to like move on or stay there, if you want to stay there, it's gonna be like another 5 copper each. Or if you're wanting to move on, you can move up to the silver costing ale.
Okay. Well, I think everyone's here except for.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there, so
but
we don't-
I'll join up with them.
Okay. So I say, after you make him smell like lavender, let's move to the silver one because like we're going on a binge, like that's just what we're doing. But
So
I
Soleil,
guess
you'll be
we-
rolling with disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Oh, okie dokie.
Sorry.
Gahesh is gonna speak up and say, maybe we have better things to do, boys.
Soleil ignores you, goes to the next stand, picks up a kind of like bright lager, takes 3 sips, and passes out into the cup.
Oh God.
Blurble, blurble, blurble.
I'm just gonna pick the head up and just be like, all right, we survived worse shit than booze. So you're not gonna die this way.
No
Oh,
stealing
my
my
God.
pants.
All right.
Cut off.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go put a silver. Is it just one silver
Yep.
for this one? All right.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go put down a silver. I'm not gonna like drink it down extremely fast, but like I'm just gonna like sip on it because I am feeling tipsy. But I feel like this is probably a good time that we should all kind of talk about that because we've talked to the mayor already, right?
You guys got a letter
Where
from
have
him
we?
where you said, "Hey,
Yeah.
come help me
Okay.
out," but you guys haven't talked to him yet.
Okay. So I guess while we're all there, well, we're all here, and then one of us is here in spirit because it's currently passed out.
Yep.
I guess we should kind of explain that seems kind of like a pretty decent lead from hey, we should probably still go and talk to the mayor himself just to
Yeah.
see if he has any more information, but that seems like a pretty good lead considering yeah.
I would agree, especially considering since I talked to that guy, he was attacked with his caravan and they took 2 good pigs. So, seems like they're possibly connected.
Well, it's definitely 2 attacks that have specifically attacked livestock.
Yeah.
So that seems like that is a very decent lead I would go off of. So,
Yeah.
all right.
We should definitely track down the mayor and talk to him.
Yeah. Well, considering that we know the mayor, it shouldn't be too hard to find him.
Yeah, especially since he's flaunting around in a very fancy pinstripe suit. I'm pretty sure we can find him quite easily.
Man, all I can imagine is just in a really big suit, but like him walking around is just like Vince McMahon, like the shoulders swaying.
I imagine him to be quite rotund, though.
Having his walking stick with like his pinky out as he's walking.
At this point, you
Yeah.
guys do see actually the mayor, Reginald Valmark, walking around. He is a very large, yes, rotund human. He has a very full white beard, And he's just walking around talking to a few people, making kind of calming motions towards them. He's not carrying a cane, unfortunately, but he is talking to a lot of people and trying to just make sure everyone's feeling okay today.
I want to walk up to him and, loudly call him Reggie to let him know we're here.
Carrick, old friend, it's been so long since I've seen you. So long. I take it the party got the letter.
Yes, we did.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, I suppose we ought to actually discuss business then.
Yeah, yes, we should.
All right. Drinks on me, I think, today. And he walks over to where the rest of the party, like, you lead him over, he walks with you. He's like, oh, I see you've gotten a little ahead of me. Just a little bit. Is that Soleil kind of... I don't think I've ever seen her pass out from drinking before.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with her today, but she might have gotten a little excited.
Well, Zelhar, Bell, Gehesh, it's been a while. I can remember when you were just young folk out on your first adventure, all spry. Except for you, Bell. I don't think you've ever been spry.
Oh, yes. Funny man, funny mare. Long time.
All right, well, I think you know why I've asked you to come back today. There's been a small problem with a few thieves raiding the livestock in the area. I'm afraid that if it continues, we might not be able to feed everyone once the winter comes. And the economy, let me tell you, the economy's been hit very hard. Look, I know it's not your usual fare, but I'd be willing to offer 500 gold pieces to your party as a reward to whoever can deal with the problem. Please. Almost all the farms in the area are completely bereft of livestock, save for one or two that are meant for breeding purposes, not for eating. Even then, I think only Herschel Felspar has anything left. And at that, just a very few amount of sheep, 4 or 5, I think, and that's it. So,
I think we can handle your problem.
Yeah.
It would be so much appreciated if you could. But, as I said, drinks are on me. He pops out a platinum piece and drops it at the vendor. Just keep letting them drink until they end up like her. And he kind of motions over at Soleil.
I would like to ask Reginald about Vizak.
Oh, about the caravan leader, Vizak. Yes. What about him? He's a good friend as well. He's passed through here, I would say once every 2 years for going on to a decade now, at least.
Yes, I talked to him and I heard that he had some trouble on his last travel to the town.
Yes, he had mentioned it. First time I've seen him with weapon. I must admit, besides a dagger. The gentleman often travels in the company of guards, but it seems the guards weren't exactly good on their word. Most of them ran away. Yeah, no, I had heard that he encountered some difficulties and lost some livestock. So it seems it's not just the farms that are targeted, but everyone who wanders into the area.
Did you hear anything particular about the bandits or anything?
He pauses for a moment, like, fingers on chin just to think. No, I don't think so. I think what Vazik said was they heard a noise, and then the pigs were gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like we might want to talk to Vazik a little more and see what he might be able to give us. Also, he's offered us 100 gold for 2 books. I don't know what books, but books. That were left behind where he was attacked.
Okay. Well, that seems like a pretty decent way to get 100 gold.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we can definitely track that up. So,
If only our party wasn't a bunch of drunks, we could go right now.
Well, we only got the one drunk.
I'm just tipsy. So
We could go investigate and wait for them to sober up. Or they could sober up while we're traveling.
Fair enough.
So, I think first I'd want to track Vizak back down.
Doesn't take you much time to find him. He's in the middle of talking with a few merchants, so he holds up a hand and says, 1 minute, 1 minute. You can hear him discussing hiring additional guards and stuff.
Hmm.
It seems most of his people are in favor of it, and then he comes over and he says, yes. Are you going to accept the job? Are you going to do it?
I believe we will, but we'll need to know specifically which books it is.
See, it is a box of rare books. Just a box. There's a couple of them in there.
Okay.
It has my personal stamp on it. And he kind of shows you what that looks like. I just... It was left amongst some of the cargo and refuse up there.
Okay.
So if you
And
could,
did
please.
you happen to see anything about the bandits that attacked you at all?
No. We heard a noise. And then we discovered the pigs were gone. We found some footprints. And realized they hadn't just escaped. And we decided to run.
What were the footprints like?
yeah.
I'm not really a tracker. I'm sorry. Booted?
Booted?
They definitely had boots.
Were they larger or smaller than your own feet?
About the same size, I'd say.
Okay. Okay, well, it sounds like we have 2 leads on where to go. We can either go try to find the books or head to Herschel's farm.
I think we should. I want to say we should probably go to the farm.
I would say the books sound more urgent because he's going to be gone at the end of the week.
Right, but I mean, we should go to the farm just to get additional information because we know it was also hit by whatever hit the caravan, right? And then we can head out because I have a war horse, and I think someone else also has a horse as well. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Or is it just me who has a mount?
I think it's just you that has one.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a mountain, I can fly.
Yeah, so I'm like, it should be fairly easy for us to ride out there.
Do we know, like, how far away the point with the caravans is, approximately? Like, travel time?
You said about a day and a half.
Wherever they were.
About a day and a half? Okay. Is the farm on the way or in a different direction?
It's not on the way. It's not exactly out of the way, however. You could probably go to the farm and then hit up that place in about 2 days.
Okay, then yeah, we could easily do both. It would take us 3.5 days. As long as we don't get caught up.
With stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing is, if we hit the books first and then hit the farm on the way back, that drunk said that they came at night to steal the sheep, so we might be able to
Get there
wait
for
around
night
for
or
night.
something? Yeah. I think
Or
that's,
go there and then wait the night and then go to where the books are.
Yeah. I think that's
If we think to spend the night there and try to see if we can find something.
yeah, I think that is definitely something that's very good. So I think we should go do that. So I do have a mount. It's like I have a war horse, so I should be able to actually probably easily carry Bell and Slowly with me.
Okay.
Because
Then
I know you could fly, but I think my warhorse can probably go faster than your flight. And then
Okay,
that just
so then
leaves
two
you two
of us.
Dragonborns, yeah.
uh
Well, let me
Me
go
too.
ask our the mayor if he has 2 horses that we can borrow or something.
exactly
For-
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go see if we can get a couple horses and make it a bit faster.
Yep.
Or even just see if we can get like a carriage or something. Just be faster.
Yeah, if we get a wagon, I'm sure my warhorse can easily pull that and carry everyone.
Dragonborns
Maybe-
are quite heavy.
That is true. Yeah.
This is also a war horse.
yeah.
They're
but
meant
be,
to haul like armor.
To
and
be
crap.
fair, I weigh 500 pounds.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know.
Get a
Oh,
sturdy
you're-
start.
You're a Dragonborn as well?
Yes. We're both Dragonborn.
Nice. Yeah, so yeah, we would weigh quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think a single horse would be enough for
Yeah.
everybody, just because us 2 Dragonborns weigh a ton.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, let's go see if there's a couple horses we can borrow.
Okay, so as you approach the mayor, Reginald Valmark, and I'll probably always say it like that. Well, hello again, friends. I see Soleil is still a little unconscious.
Yes, yes. We'll fix that on the road, but it sounds like
Excellent.
we may have a couple good leads on where to start with your problem. We have a little problem of
While
our
drinking?
own.
That's impressive indeed.
Yes. We're quite fast.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Well, what did you need? What do you need? Sorry.
2 horses, if you have any spares.
I'm not
One that
sure
would be
we
good
have
for me
much.
and Gesh.
I see. You are rather large fellows. That would be difficult. Can I ask whereabouts you're going?
Well, we're gonna go visit Herschel. We got a bit of a lead towards
fantastic.
him.
If you're going to visit Herschel, I know that he has an empty cart going back with him tonight.
Perfect.
Yes, I have to talk
would
to him.
be
He's
quite good.
that little gnome over there. I'm not sure if you've met him before. Yeah, the one with the thick glasses. Old chap. Older than dirt.
Not yet.
I would go talk to him.
Perfect. Sounds like a good solution.
Yes. If you still need the horses afterwards, I can probably loan you a few. I'm just not sure if they would bear the weight of both you and Gehesh.
Well, if we can get a cart, that probably wouldn't be as much of an issue if we could distribute it between a couple horses.
You know, I can probably see about doing that just in case. But how about you talk to Herschel first, before I start making calls on farmers?
Sounds good. We will talk to him first and get back to you.
Perfect. Well, best of luck. As you guys kind of walk over towards Herschel, you can see this like elderly stooped gnome. He's completely bald, wearing like thick, like 1.5-inch thick glasses, just massive things. And as he looks up, he goes, "Oh, hello. Are you here to purchase some of my sheep?"
We are not disinterested at this time.
Sorry, you'll have to speak up a bit.
We need to ask you about some going-ons on your farm.
Oh, I assure you they are raised completely humanely or gnomely, however you want to call it. No brutality.
No.
They eat the best of grasses, I promise. Yes.
It's not a problem with your raising style. We
No?
heard you've lost some.
Yes. Well, lost is a word I wouldn't use. They were stolen from me. I didn't just wander off and forget where they were. I do that with my glasses sometimes, but not with my sheep.
Well, we're here to investigate about that, and
Oh, you
would
are.
like to know if you have any
You
information.
don't seem to be wearing vests.
We came at behest of Reginald,
Who?
your mayor.
Oh, the mayor! Why didn't you say so? What was he wanting? Did he want a sheep?
He wants us to investigate the disappearance of these animals.
Oh, you're that young whippersnapper band of adventurers I've been hearing about. Excellent.
That's us.
You're here to help me.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, we're here to help you.
Good. Fantastic. Find my sheep, right?
Yes. Yes, we will help you find your
good,
sheep.
Good. Thank you
But it would
so
be good
much.
if you had any information about their disappearance.
Well, it seems to often happen at night when I'm asleep. I do my best to keep my eyes open and watch the horizon during the twilight hours, but I often find myself drifting off just before sunset.
Just before sunset. All right.
Either way,
Wow.
when I wake up in the morning, 2, sometimes 3 of them have just vanished into thin air. I've never seen hide nor hair of the villains. Otherwise, I'd give them
All
what
right.
for. I would. I used to be an
Well-
adventurer just like you once. Let me
Was
tell
that
you,
before you
I
took
knew
an
how
arrow
to.
in the knee?
No such thing. I took a club to the head. That's why I have
Oh.
bad eyesight.
I see. I see.
I don't.
Well,
Nighttime.
It is a very good thing I'm unconscious right now.
what would you say to us coming and spending the night at your farm tonight and helping you keep watch and see if we can maybe catch the villains that have been stealing your sheep?
That would be absolutely fantastic. Why, I'll even cook you some supper.
Oh, well, that would be extremely kind of you.
Yes, I would love to. I've never had a Dragonborn stay before. Usually it's just Tommy. That damn Tommy.
Yes. Tommy.
Ah, yes, Tommy. We know him well.
Do you?
I did not meet him, but I did meet him passed out.
What a drunkard, always abusing my hospitality.
Well,
Oh, Tommy.
I
Exactly.
do believe we would be quite happy to come along with you back to your farm tonight. and-
Good. You can hop along in the cart. I have 2 of
that would
them,
be
you know.
Great.
Excellent.
be quite grateful for your hospitality.
Well, if you want to get going now, seeing as you're all hot-blooded young things, I remember what that was like. Once upon a time, a maiden in every city. Well, not when I was done. Either way, how about we pack up? How you can help me? Come. And he actually gets you to help him pack up a bunch of boxes and stuff into the carts, and you can see they're actually fairly well taken care of. He's not a poor farmer by any means, and he seems to be doing rather well off, besides the fact that his sheep are now disappearing. But after about an hour or so of work, he gets you guys up into the the carts and stuff, up seating. He actually gives whoever wants to, whoever has the ability to drive, control the second cart.
I don't have any bonuses to that if somebody else wants to.
I'm already riding my own horse, so
I mean, I could just pull the cart.
But yeah,
I'm 7 feet tall. I'm good enough to be a horse.
I am an old Genku. No pull for me.
that's fair. Well, old boy, come sit with me. And he kind of pats the thing next to him, and he'll spend the time discussing with you and just talking about random things. So it does take around, like, on the carts themselves. They don't move as quick as horseback, obviously, because the horses have to pull. It will take you guys about half a day to get out to his place. In that time, most of you sober up. Soleil is still, at this point, she's still poisoned. She's still drunk. She's just not unconscious anymore.
Okay. I guess for me, because I'm kind of like, I can kind of move freely around because I'm on my own horse. Would I be able to, like, is there anything interesting that I can kind of just go off and like look at on this ride, or is it just a pretty boring, just open road?
Well, most of it seems to be just open countryside, as far as you can tell. Not a whole lot actually changes in, like, you see a few farms, you see that the village, or the town itself does extend outwards a fair bit. But nothing seems to be, like, out of the ordinary besides a lot of the farmers seem to have an inordinate amount of dogs. A lot of them kind of guarding around the fences. A lot of them seem very, very aggressive, like they want to come snap at you, but the farmers are holding them back. Herschel stops to talk to a few of them. Overall, nothing extraordinarily exciting happens. It's just like your average countryside kind of walk. Or ride, I should say.
Alright. Sounds good.
Ooh.
Anything else for anyone else?
Stupid sunlight being so bright.
That's fair.
Just like, oh, it's okay. This is only the third time you've done this month. You'll get over it.
It just gets worse. All right.
Every time.
So the Felspar farm is located in the very outskirts of the town limits. He raises sheep here and supplies the town with both wool and meat throughout the entirety of the year. As you guys get to the farm itself, you guys should be on the farm page, I think, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. You can essentially see what's going on here. He has a little pen for sheep. This is a small section that he sets you guys up in to watch over, because those are all the sheep he has left. He has 3. He does get the horses kind of set up for the evening in their own little stables. You can see where he puts them there. As he gets everything put away, he does bring out to you, as you guys are sitting out here, a thick, hearty stew filled with veggies and meat, as well as some really crusty, thick bread and a bit of watered down wine. It's not potent, but it is tasty.
Nice. I'd like to check around the sheep pen.
Okay, are you looking for tracks, or what are you doing?
Well, first I'd like to just check over the pen in general, make sure it's, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Go ahead and roll an animal handling check. Okay, taking a quick look around, you actually spot a couple of things that tend to tell you decent things. One, the sheep are very well raised. They're very docile, and they likely didn't just wander off in the middle of the night, so that's kind of a load off. The pens are very well constructed of thick timber, not cheap little thin boards, but actual stuff that could probably take a bull. There are no cracks or openings. Everything is very well fenced off. You can see there's plenty of food for them to eat even in here. As they settle in for the evening, they make small little contented bah. That's about it.
All right. And I would also like to check for any tracks around.
Okay, that would be a survival check. So taking a look around the property and not just the pen itself, you do find that there are tracks kind of lining the edge of the property. You do see 2 sets of relatively humanoid boot prints and a set of larger kind of misshapen ones. They don't always look like they're the same shape either. They seem to be changing. But they lead off into the wilderness and then straight on into the mountains.
Okay. So, looks like that drunkard was telling the truth. Because there's a set of odd tracks and 2 humanoid-ish tracks leading off into the wilderness and towards the mountains.
Okay. Would we be able to go and do a history check to see if we know what could have caused the tracks, especially for the ones that we don't know much about?
You can definitely do a history check, yeah.
All right. go +0. Away. Nice.
Taking a look at the boot tracks,
15 in a row 3 times.
right? They do look relatively human. But a little deeper than you'd assume the average human to be, so probably a heavy person. The misshapen tracks you're not entirely comfortable trying to identify. You've never seen tracks like them before.
Okay. Well, the heavier would also still correlate with our drunken friend saying that of stone. So I guess we can't really take lightly that, right? So, very interesting. Okay.
Do any of you wizards have a good idea on what this rock man could have been?
I don't know. Can I make like an Arcana check, or actually, can I detect magic around the farm?
Yep. So you take a moment to detect magic kind of around the farm. I'll get you your own investigation check too.
Okay.
Is that for both magic people in the group or just him?
It's just him because he's the one that said he wanted to roll an investigation. That is gorgeous. I'll get you your own Arcana check with advantage, please.
Good. That's a good roll.
Ooh. All right.
And 25.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So you take time to kind of take a look around. You activate the detect magic within you, and as your eyes open up, you can see the faintest of traces of magic kind of off towards the side of the pen. Taking a closer look, you sense and focus in on it, and it's clear it's conjuration magic. Knowing that, you look around trying to find any sort of hints or clues or whatever, and a few 100 yards out, you see there you manage to find the shards of some sort of gemstone. It looks like the one that you would use in a ritual summoning spell. And the shards themselves, like taking a closer look to be a yellow diamond.
Okay, I take that information back to the party, and I say it looks like it's a conjuration. Looks like somebody has conjured it up.
So there's a summoning circle that you found, and then they used a diamond, yellow diamond. You said.
Yep, that's correct.
If because I don't like, my powers are more like, I just know my powers, obviously. Would I be able to help the wizard try and identify what spell it could be?
Without actually having seen the spell, you wouldn't be able to know. However, you can help make an Arcana check to see if you can identify what spells would use a yellow diamond.
Yes.
All right.
Would I be able to assist our wizard friend, because I am not very good at Arcana?
Yeah. So
I'd rather
Gahesh, go ahead and Gahesh, go ahead and roll with advantage again. Another Arcana check. Scanning through your brain, you're thinking, what kind of spell could use a yellow diamond? Now, there are spells that use diamonds, but a yellow one specifically, none kind of come to mind. And most of the spells that use diamonds are usually to do with necromancy, not with conjuration. So you can't, it doesn't really mesh with your knowledge.
So we don't know.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So we know that whoever is stealing the livestock, though, seems to be summoning something to help them in case they get found. As a bodyguard.
Or to help carry the sheep.
Or the hope carry, yes, that is also true. Okay.
So I think if we're going to try to watch and keep watching, check if anything happens, we should be prepared to possibly fight some sort of magical summoned creature.
Now,
Nighttime.
I do have another thing as well. Because you said you found the tracks that Tommy told us about, right?
Yes. There's a set of 2 humanoid footprints, and then something I couldn't quite identify.
Do we know if there was more than like? Do they keep using the same tracks? Like, are they using that same way, or has this place only been hit once?
As far as you're aware, this place has only been hit, or it hasn't been only once. It's been hit a few times, but you only found the one set of tracks.
Okay.
Because it wasn't hit recently. They seem to steal from the farms in a course of like once every 2 months or so.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of go find somewhere to let my warhorse rest, and I pull out. So when I got feed for my warhorse, I'm gonna pull out some feed and feed my warhorse.
Okay.
After carrying me pretty much all day, and then kind of wait to see what we should be. If we want to have like 2 people out on watch, 1 person out on watch.
You said it was in the forest heading towards the mountains, right?
In the wilderness towards the mountains, yes.
Yeah. I have a hunting trap that could possibly be set up to try and at least give us more information on when they're coming.
Absolutely. Do you want to go ahead and roll a survival check with that hunting trap?
Yes.
Ooh, 21. Nice.
Okay. So as you kind of lay down your trap, you bury it a little bit so that it can't be detected. Basically on the tracks of where you were before. Yeah. Just hoping to catch something. So what do you guys want to do next? You want to
can always
keep
go
watch for the night? Oh, sorry.
make it look like leaves are over the trap with druid craft.
I thought you could only do that once per day. And you already used it.
Or prestidigitation, or any of those weird illusionary dudes.
It's fair. But the survival check was very good. You don't think you could enhance it any further with magic.
Fair enough.
I think Gahesh is going to set up right about here for the night.
Okay. If you want, you guys can just like drag your stuff onto the sheets or onto the map so we know where you are.
Drag stuff?
Yep. If you just go to your character sheet, you can drag your token kind of thing onto. So if I wanted to do Bell, I would just grab by the name and then throw it out there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
If it wants to work for me, there we go.
You have to grab by the name, not by the 3 lines.
No, I was
Beautiful.
grabbing the character portrait and just did not care. But I got it.
All right.
Or if you're under bio and info, if you
Uh,
mouse over your little character thingy, you have like the 4 arrows pointing to the
I think
corners.
if you also, grab,
Don't think I have anything under bio and info.
That's fair. You can be. You're gonna end up being like a random blue blob.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change your tint color to be like dark. There we go. That way we know it's you.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys set up for the evening. You get ready. I'll get everyone to roll perception checks.
Now, poison, does that give disadvantage on those 2 or no?
By the time night falls, you'd be fine.
Okay.
Since I have danger sense, would I be able to have advantage on the roll?
I would say not so much. Because danger sense only works like it's your immediate instinct. It's like a reaction. It's not a long-term thing.
I think Gahesh fell asleep.
I think you may be right.
That's okay. Two of us seem to be good.
Okay. All right. So with night falling,
Oh.
Oh,
I just disappear.
so night's gonna
And
fall.
that's from the cloak
and
of Elvenkind.
night's gonna fall, and you guys will wait until something happens.